Yo, it's poppin'. It's your boy Symba, and right now I'm live with my dogs on the Progress Report. Y'all tap in.
All right, what's going on? It's your girl Lalaa Shepard.
Your girl DJ eXeL.
Okay, this is the Progress Report, man. We are super honored and privileged to be right here next to Symba, man. Symba, how you feeling?
I had the worst progress report of all time when I was a kid.
Why?
I had the worst progress report ever. I used to get in trouble for my progress reports.
Shit.
So I feel like I'm going to get in trouble on this interview.
Nah, I don't think you're going to get in trouble. I think this is actually going to be your greatest progress report ever, all right? Here. So we're just going to take it from the top there, man. We want to get into the symbolism of your name and just, yeah, we want to get into all that good stuff. Ain't that crazy?
Symbolism. She said symbolism. I like that. I like that.
You can have it. You can have it.
I might have to take that one.
Oh, man, it's all good. But talk about that, though. You know, we know that you watched The Lion King, so tell us about your experience watching that, how it, you know, triggered your name.
It's crazy because it's just as a kid, it was my favorite movie, but over time, I started realizing how much I related to it. Mm-hmm. So, as a kid, I just liked the movie, but just like he lost his dad early, I lost my dad early, right? He left home, I left home, went to L.A. So it was so many similarities to the story as I got older that I started relating to. But that's originally where it just came from, was me loving the movie so much, and all my homies and my older cousins around the neighborhood would just call me Lil Symba. And as I started rapping, Lil Symba turned into Young Symba, then Young Symba just turned into Symba. For sure. That's how it happened.
Respect. And, you know, so talk about being raised by a single mother then, and your appreciation for women, because I know people that's raised by a mom, you know, they appreciate women a little different.
Yeah, nah, definitely. My mom like my best friend. Like, we talk about everything together. I call her every day. I let her know what I'm thinking. I feel like it's important, though, like, for us as, like, young black men to call our moms every day so they can hear our voice. Because it's a stressful life out here, and they don't know what we be going through or, like, the half of what goes on. So when they able to hear our voice and talk to us, it make them feel a little more secure, which makes us feel more secure. You know what I mean? So together we could just all be secure. So my mom is like my best friend. I talk to my mom every day. That's my everything.
Wow. Hell yeah. That's dope. And tell us, what was it like being raised on the West Coast, specifically the Bay Area? You know what I mean? Talk about that.
Nah, in the West, like, especially being black on the West Coast, like, you forced to grow up fast. You know what I mean? So shit that you doing at like 10 and 11, most people doing at like 24 and 25. Like you forced to grow up kind of fast. So I love the West. Like, you know, the weather is better.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? Like, we got the most beautiful women, I feel like.
Like, we ain't from the West.
Nah, just
we fight with the West Coast.
Being from the West, because when I be on the South, it's a lot of beautiful women as well. But being from the West, you get used to a certain.
It's a different caliber of women, different type.
So you're not just looking at a woman for looks. You're looking at everything they come with. You know what I mean? That's the thing about the West. So I love the West Coast. Like, I really do love it. But I also like to travel a little bit and move around, you know what I mean, see different places. But to me, in my opinion, it ain't nothing like home.
Tell us, what's it like being embraced by the OGs? You know, E40, he one of my favorite artists and has been for a long time. Verse or song? I can get, and I can't quote the damn verses. I ain't gonna lie, my nigga he be on some harmonizing shit.
You said 40 one of your favorites?
He one of my favorite. Like, he just a vibe.
You know a verse?
I can't give you no whole verse, but
what's your favorite 40 song?
My favorite one would have to be You and That with T-Pain and Candy. Okay. I love that shit. But yeah, man, E40, he was always just so dope, and I thought what was so dope about him, he broke through the mainstream just with his unique sound. Yeah. So talk about being embraced by the OGs such as E40. How does that feel?
Shit, it's dope. You know, like, it's validation at the end of the day. Like, when y'all started y'all show, right? Like, what's somebody you looked up to that made shows coming up?
So many people.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. The Breakfast Club, of course, we grew up on them, and they actually reported one of our stories, and that was like, damn, that was big. So I can understand that. Yup.
With an E40, right? So it's like when it's somebody you watch and something that you kind of like model your shit after, and they embrace it, it give you moments of validation. So it's like the same way you felt about that was the same way I felt when I did a song with E40. So it go hand in hand.
Well, how did you create your style? Because you don't sound like you locked into a West Coast. Like somebody like E40 is kind of like, oh, that motherfucker West Coast is fuck. Yeah. Sure. How did you create your sound that sounds like it could pop on the West, but it could pop on the East, the South?
Yeah. I always like just kind of gravitated to like different type of music. So like even though I was from the Bay and from the West, like I always listened to like Jay-Z's and Biggie's and Big L's and Redman and Method Man. Like I always listened to different things, Southern music. So as somebody that's a fan of music, when you making it, you naturally like apply these things to your creation. You know what I mean? So naturally, just being a fan of music is what made me want to make broader music rather than just something that's like stuck to my region or whatever. And I salute everybody that create that type of music that's for their region and everything. But for me personally, I get bored when I'm doing the same thing over and over. Yeah. So I'm always looking for a challenge. So when I find new things to challenge me, I'm trying to find ways to take those on and create that in a way to where it makes sense for myself.
That makes sense. And, you know, since we here in Atlanta, man, I heard you say in one of your interviews that Future was a big influence for you. Yeah. So, you know, first and foremost, talk about just, you know, what's some Future songs and just maybe some, you could just maybe name some songs in it that really got your attention.
No, he got to name the verse. He got
right, nigga, do the verse. Shit.
Tell Dez made me some noodles. Turn my young bitch to a shooter. Nah, I remember the first time I saw Future, right, which was crazy. It was I had just started moving around as a rapper. I think it was around like 2012, somewhere around there, 2012, 2013. I just started moving around as a rapper, and we came down to Atlanta for A3C Fest, and he had a show, and he was performing, and it was like this. I can't remember the exact show where it was, but it was like this like showcase type of thing where it was like some real important people in the building, and he performed "Turn on the Lights."
Okay.
And it was the first time I ever heard "Turn on the Lights." It was the first time I ever seen Future and all the shit, and I was like, I was looking just like, turn on the lights, I'm looking forward to. Or she keep her promises, won't never turn on you. And I'm just like, I'm like moving to it. Like, I'm like, damn, this shit hard. So I had left Atlanta and I just started looking up all his music. And as I started looking up his music, I started finding things like Dirty Sprite. What was my one joke? Okay, my said hit the streets and live. Got some crack on the corner and I did what I did. To neighbors, they don't like me. I got J's at the door. Like, I'm just hearing that shit. I'm like, damn, this nigga hard. So I just naturally gravitated to it. And then over time, like, as you started hearing songs like, I got some good cushion alcohol. You know what I mean? You start hearing these songs, it's like, damn, this nigga hard. Right. So it continued to grow, and I just developed a love for what it is that he contributed to the game. I feel like he spoke for, like, lifestyle in the urban community. Like how we live, like how we move, you know what I mean? Buying bottles, chilling with fly women, you know what I mean? Eating good food, like turned up, having a good time. He spoke to that and he provided a soundtrack for that. So it was just like when I heard it, I just naturally fell in love with it from the beginning.
You take relationship advice from Future?
Hell yeah.
What's the top of
Valentine's Day the worst day? Got too many to please.
Damn, hella toxic. Damn. Well, we gonna keep it on Atlanta then, man. We seen that you had on a free Gunna shirt, not too long ago, and that whole situation, wow, right? So talk about how does it make you feel just seeing that lyrics being used against rappers?
I feel two ways about it. I feel like in one way, it's like you can't just use what people say to kind of like increase what it like. You can't just use what people say to enhance what it is they trying to like get across as far as artistically, right? But at the same time, we can't give police information on what's really going on that's going to incriminate ourselves. So I feel like it's a certain line we got to understand where it's just like everybody, just because somebody rapping about some shit don't mean they doing it. You know what I mean? A lot of these hip-hop artists, they come from different communities to where they influenced by urban communities, and they take certain slang and they take certain things that's going on to enhance what it is they got going on to make people feel like they're part of the culture, which is cool. But at the same time, it's people who actually come from that, right? And they got things going on. So sometimes what they got going on could leak into what's going on with the music, with how police is viewing things and everything. So I feel like it's a certain line we got to understand it where you can't just say everything. You know what I mean? You can't just be willing to just throw everything out there just to be able to get a look. You know what I mean? Like it's certain things. It's a way to word it, or it's a way to put it to where people could understand what it is you trying to say. But you can't just go shoot a motherfucker and then get on a song and be like, I shot a nigga yesterday and he ain't do shit. Right. And then when the police come get you, you mad at them. It's like, bro, you just said what it is you did and they got proof that it happened. So I just feel like it's a fine line we got to understand where how it is we can communicate these things and put them out there to the earth.
But do you also think like it's time for artists to kind of like maybe bring more positive stuff to the music? Because it's kind of like, yo, after we losing all these artists that we really love, like I'm low key tired of hearing about it.
You know the crazy part about that? This was fucked up. How fun is positive shit?
Nah, but it don't gotta be the corny positive shit though.
I'm not saying it gotta be the corny positive shit, but I'm saying like when somebody dies for some reason, that's entertaining to us.
That's crazy.
It's not entertaining to me. You know what I'm saying? That shit affect me differently because I see this shit and be like, damn, somebody really just got killed on camera and we just reposting the shit. But it's like to the world, it's entertainment. You know what I mean? Because it happens so much. So it's like, how do you find a way to, I don't even know how to like say what I'm trying to say. Like
the world love drama. I mean, that's why like the Shade Room and shit like be popping so much because we love the negative stuff. But it be like to the extent of killing, it's not even cool no more. People's heart is broken. You know what I'm saying?
If you say that, it's like you got to say that about all the music that come out. Yeah. Because the music, the movies, you know what I'm saying? We support it. Yeah. So, like, I know me personally, like, I can't really watch a movie if it ain't got nothing exciting in it. You know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, like, I can't really, I'm not entertained by it. It's the same thing with the music. So it's like, what's the fine line that we find to be able to kind of navigate through all this, because that's what makes it tough. Yeah. Because in one sense, when somebody getting killed in a movie or they getting killed in a song, it's entertaining. But when it's actually the person you know that get killed,
shit different.
It hit different.
Yeah, it do.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at what point? Yeah. That's where I be confused with the shit, and I ain't got the answers. Like, I ain't telling nobody to move how they should move or do. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Yeah. Like, it's tough.
Well, on saying that, it's crazy, right? Because in this studio is the last time we seen Nipsey.
Right.
We met Nipsey. He actually poured up. We actually all had a toast together. And I know you had a relationship with Nipsey. So can you talk about losing him and what that did to you? Did it fuck up your mental as like an artist? Did it make you like kind of fall back from the hood or like what? Because the hood.
Me personally, like when anybody die, I'm not like the type that like get on social media and like talk about it or like repost somebody like, damn, well, I might post it, you know what I mean? But I don't go into what I'm feeling about it because I be really like affected by that shit. Like I really feel a way about that type of shit because I feel like we the only community that treat each other like that. Like you don't go in no other community to where it's just like a nigga just popped you for stepping on his shoes or like,
Crazy.
you know what I'm saying? Like you said something about somebody they ain't cool with and it just go too far. So for me personally, when the Nip shit happened, like I was writing a rap on my balcony. And then when it happened, that shit just broke me down because it's like, damn, this somebody that's like literally like a face for change. Like this our Barack Obama. You know what I mean? Like when you think about like somebody from the hood that can explain what it is he trying to communicate, not just a motherfucker that's gonna tell you shouldn't be doing something, but somebody that's telling you why you shouldn't be doing it and how you could be doing it different in a way to go fucking apply it to be better. And it's like to see that taken, like to see somebody be like, damn, I don't even give a fuck about that enough to, and just take it away from Earth. It's like, damn, we ain't got no respect as a people. You know what I mean? We ain't got respect for each other as a people because it ain't like Nip was somebody out here just like reckless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he was
like,
putting niggas on game. So it's like for somebody to know that and still take that away, it's like, damn, it's a deeper issue.
That's ego. A lot of ego kill these people and like that 30 seconds can change everybody's life. I swear, like tomorrow you be like, man, fuck that dude or whatever. But like those 30 seconds that we can't control our ego, we fucking up a lot of shit.
Sure.
And we need to figure that out.
Even like the Takeoff situation.
Crazy.
It's like that shit set niggas back so far. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one thing when it's like, you know, a certain person, a part of a certain lifestyle, they got certain shit going on, and something happened to them, you like, damn, well, you know, bro kind of was involved in that life. But when it's somebody as cool as a Takeoff,
it don't even feel right.
It make it to where it's just like, damn, like it ain't safe for none of us.
Hell nah.
Like it ain't safe for nobody. Like it could happen to you, it could happen to me just being there. You know what I mean? So it make you want to watch your surroundings and watch the people you be around, which is fucked up because it's like now you watching how you be around your own people. Like you don't even feel safe around your own people. You know what I mean? Which is fucked up. So I just feel we gotta just find ways to apply respect to who we are as a culture and learn our history and learn where we come from to be able to apply this shit because if we don't, it's like we just gonna kill each other off. And that ain't no good.
Man, yeah, that's definitely saying a lot. So, like, with yourself, like, you know, how has that changed how you moved?
Shit, I don't be in shit. I be chilling. You know, like, I'm gonna come to the studio, kick it with y'all, do a couple interviews, go to the studio, make some music. Like, I ain't got no beef with nobody. Like, I be chilling, but I understand people who do come from that. And I understand how an opportunity can put you in a position in where you can't run from where you come from. You know what I mean? So I get it. I just wish sometimes we would move more safe and promote the things that protect us more than we do the things that fuck us up. So it's like we promote like making it out the hood and going back with all our jewelry on with no security and like all this shit when it's like in all actuality these are the things we need to go back with because it's somebody that feel away about what you got that they ain't got. You know what I mean? So it's like we just gotta protect ourselves more, you know, and be more aware of what it is we go through and how people view us and what it is people want for themselves. And sometimes they see you with it and they want to take that from you. You got to be able to protect yourself from that.
That's facts. And speaking of being in the studio, so we got this new project out now called Results Take Time.
Yeah.
Hosted by DJ Drama. So first question is like, how surreal is that to, you know what I mean, do a tape with DJ Drama? That's wild.
Nah, that's legendary.
Hell yeah.
I grew up on all the dedications and the Trap or Dies and the Streets is Watching and all these tapes. So to have my own now, it's kind of like accomplishment for me. It's a minute in hip hop history that I got a Gangsta Grills now. If somebody was to go down the catalog of every Gangsta Grills in 40 or 50 years, they got to run through my tape. You know what I mean? So that feel good. But just being a student of the game, being a fan of drama, being a fan of the Atlanta culture, being able to come out here and just create music and for him to be a part of it, that shit just a true blessing. And I'm just glad we was able to get it done for real.
Definitely. Now, tell us about the artwork. You got a whole bunch of images on there, plus the clock.
Yeah,
so talk about that.
As a kid, yeah, I was on there looking like a badass kid. Nah, if you look at E40's album cover in a major way, he got like the rollie with his picture on it, and that's kind of where it came from. But I wanted to like add different elements to it to where people could kind of see the results of who I was as a kid and as a young adult and as a teenager over time, to show all these different pictures and all these different dynamics went into these stories that I'm telling on this project. And that's really what it was about, to be able to like show people different elements of what I come from, to where they could hear certain things about me being a young kid in Berkeley and see that picture. You know what I mean? Or different things to where it come from. That's really what it was about.
Gotcha. Yeah, I got a question. So I like heard a lot of your interviews and stuff, and you said like you basically got driving music, right? Yeah. Like you was like, people wanted these crazy hits or whatever for the club, and you really ain't do that. Yeah. But what is you doing with that Street Niggas record? Cause that's a club song, and it don't sound forced or nothing. But when I heard, first of all, it sound different, but it still sound like you. Yeah. But like, I hope y'all planning on pushing that.
Nah, we pushing it. Like it's out there.
Music video.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just talked about that. It's also another verse that just came in on that record.
That just like you gonna add it to it? Yeah. Because I know Kylie's on there.
Yeah,
Kylie.
Female.
Lotto?
I can't tell you, but it's another female.
It ain't Cardi. Look.
It's another female.
Where's she from?
I can't tell you that.
God.
Memphis.
Glorilla.
Nope.
Gloss.
Atlanta. She from Atlanta.
Hold up. What the hell?
I'm already.
Keep fucking this up. Right. Look at that. Yo.
She from California.
Nah, I ain't. Listen, on some DJ shit, please have your team push that. Okay? Because I love how you got the conscious motherfuckers. But not just, you just not like too conscious, like you still very, I don't want to say too conscious. I hate that.
Right.
But like, you know how like some OGs embrace like people that really can't make songs, but they lyrically good. Yeah. But you can make songs and you're current, but they fucking with you. But I'm telling you, that's gonna introduce you to a whole nother side.
Nah, we definitely gonna push it. Okay. We definitely gonna push it. I just feel like it's early right now. It's like the discovery phase of my career, to where it's like it's certain people that like never change. It's certain people that like can't win for nothing. There's certain people that like street nigga. So I feel like the more people see me, they get to kind of figure out what songs they like and what it is they like about me. And like you saying, it's up to us and the team right now to be able to play certain records in certain places and certain platforms for us to be able to grow the audience.
I'm gonna tell her.
Yeah.
Right?
Make sure you let Cannon know.
Yeah, I'm gonna let her know.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is I was talking to another somebody in the industry out here, and that's the first thing they said too. And I'm like, bro, I was just like thinking that.
Now, it's been a few people who said that. I think the tough part, and this be the real shit about me as an artist, like I always just give up the truth. I think the tough part be like finding the balance of while people discovering you, right? So it's kind of like I just said, it's certain people that like different records for different reasons, and it's not a one record that they all like. It's different things that's being liked from different places and different people. So it's finding ways to service that and communicate that through different communities, which is a new thing that I feel like we all going through as artists, as far as social media being a part of what it is we do. Different platforms, different DJs, different things. It's all enhancing where it is we go as artists, and a lot of it is new. So we just figuring it out kind of as we drop music and see what reacts and what works for this audience, what works for that one. Then we kind of know where to place it and where to put it. So I appreciate you for saying that, because it let me know that we need to do that.
Yeah, and I think you have a great balance of being a lyricist, but also having like R&B singers on your tracks, like really making songs that bringing the ladies in and just doesn't sound too like, I hate to say, cause I'm from up north, so we love I love to listen to your album and learn about you. A lot of people, you can't even learn about them, but you're making good songs, like even with Roddy and all that, like it's good records, and it's not just for one type of person, but it's hard. That's dope.
Yeah, that was the whole intention of the project, to be able to show, like, a lot of people met me through freestyles, so it was important to show people like I could make songs too, like I could rap on these songs too. I think the thing is continuing to be consistent to where that's familiar to them. You know what I mean? When you're a new artist, sometimes you're not familiar. So people look for what's familiar, or a certain sound or a certain beat. And for what we doing, I feel like it's just a matter of being consistent to where it can feel familiar enough to where they can start just getting into it more and more.
So, okay, we're going to ask you a question that we ask our guests in. Our platform is called the Progress Report. So, what does the word progress mean to you?
Results take time, right?
That's that.
It's all about progressing. It's all about what it is you willing to do, the work you willing to put in, how far you willing to go, not giving up on yourself when it's tough, continuing to stay in it, But that's what progress is. It's something that gets you to the next level of where you want to be in life. So without progress, we ain't shit. You know what I mean? Without work ethic, we ain't shit. So it's important for us to continue to work to be able to gain the progress to become something.
Respect.
Chefs back there, y'all make some noise for the chef. Yeah. We got the whole team in here. Shout out to Cannon. Make some noise for Cannon. Both Cannons. Ready to grow. We're gonna continue to make bigger records, get bigger roles, make bigger moments. Get big money. You know what I mean? Make sure Cannon can continue to ride them big Benzes. Shout out to L'Oreal too. She been rocking with me. But no, I appreciate all y'all for coming out. I just want to truly say thank you. Like I said, we're gonna continue to grow. We family now. I feel like Atlanta is my second home. We're gonna continue to do this. We're gonna continue to get better, man. Thank y'all.
Hey.